All right, guys, welcome to our callback of the new subscriber game.
Hold on, it's not a new subscriber game. It's 2 months old.
Yes, but at the time it was new.
But it's not new now, you son of a bitch.
Hey, little voice, you're mean. Stop it. So I'm going to go ahead and call back here every once in a while. I'm not casting this regularly, as I mentioned, because we are kind of getting into the later game, and sort of big, epic sort of decisions are being made. Don't want to give away a lot of strats, but thinking on it too, like in terms of the alliance we have between Europe and Africa, there's not much that stands against us. If we look at the top coalitions here, we can see um, Europe reformed and the universe together. If we stand together, we are about equal with United Americas. So I'm not sure if anybody from United Americas is watching these videos at this time, but it's not superbly relevant. Because most of what I'm going to be covering is what's going on here in the East. So, as you know, we were pressuring Lone Survivor over here. Lone Survivor was talking a big game earlier, which, by the way, I don't blame him. That's what you do. Half of warfare and any kind of conflict is bluster. So he was throwing words, and but then it turns out we came in with, I think, four different nations, including an important contribution over here from Galatia. He was kind of the deciding factor. He came in here with several, I think, a couple thousand troops, and laid down the law. So that's why over here you'll see a lot of Galatia. Oh, that's Northeast Rhodesia. My bad, Northeast Rhodesia. By the way, good job. So I should probably go to clown quilt mode from time to time over here. Whoops. Nope. Go away. So that it does help sometimes when you're trying to see who is who. All right, so he did come down and lay down the law a little bit. Had some big stacks here, but it does look like Southeast Rhodesia has really been powerful and effective here as well. So that is Mighty Benai. Oh no, Jesus, Mighty Benaya's South Chad. That's who I was originally clicking on over here. So Benaya's had a lot to do over here. You can see little specks of green. That's me. I've also had a little bit of influence over here. I came over with some fairly large stacks of troops, and with my experimental. So this is what we're talking about. I brought over big groups of. By the way, I'm leaving with this. Oh, and I attacked our new ally. That's fun. I'll tell you that story in just a minute. As you can see, I'm moving all of my troops back to here for the time being. Here we go, stacking them deep. Right cheer. So that's a lot of troops, by the way, that are moving in that direction. I wish that I had more airfields through here. But honestly, it's not a big deal. I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do in a minute. So this is over here is Siam. And somebody told me specifically, hey, Siam is going to join us. In fact, let me see if he's available at this time. Yeah, I'll just go ahead and invite him. Yep. Invitation was sent. Okay. He asked if he could join. I said sure. And so I'm just attacking over here. And to me, Siam is like way over. I know that Siam is, I believe Siam is Thailand, is the old word for Thailand, just like the old word for Vietnam is Indochina. The old word for Myanmar is Burma. But anyway, I'm pretty sure that's true. But anyway, I'm like, well, that's in Southeast Asia. So I attacked over into this, and then lo and behold, this is Siam. I'm like, oh geez. And he even emailed. He's like, hey, I'm about to join your coalition. Would you stop attacking me? So I think I only took like 2 territories. Like this one for sure I took from a third party territory. So I think I took 1 or 2. But what I'm going to do is just allow this to rebel back to him. Oh, why is my morale going up? That's stupid. What? That is so dumb. Well, maybe once he joins, I'll just gift them back or something. I do feel bad about that. I'm such an idiot. Anyway, so you can see I'm moving back with some big stacks here. Moving my stuff out of this region because I feel like it is definitely under control here. As these guys march east, we do have Dogmaster here. We do have South Angola, who is Shogun, and then Benaya's up here as well, and then of course Northeast Rhodesia here, who is Hertz. He's been sort of dominant in this region as well. So We do have a couple player characters who have left the game, which is really unfortunate. We do have here 50 Cal who left the game, as well as our Discord server, in a bit of a huff. But what I'm doing here is I'm going to go ahead and move back into this region because this is sort of a new plan for me because I'm sort of like wondering what the heck to do because I've gone as far out as I can go. If you look at some of these furthest regions that I've conquered here, these doubles, which I do want to keep by the, they're doubles, um, but their morale is just awful. And this one's morale is decent because there's so much material there. Of course, this is factory level 3 right now and partially to level 4. And each one of those lends itself to a 8% morale development. So right now at this level, I've got 10% morale development. Oh, I didn't know it didn't go past 10. Oh, okay. No, because it's not 8% per. I'm sorry. I believe it's 2.5% per. That's what it is. So anyway, it's a nice little morale boost. When I build this, it'll be 7% morale boost, and then there's 5% from this. So just these buildings here are helping me to maintain. So I will keep these doubles, but I also will say that okay, repair this railway. That anything else I take out here is just impossible to keep unless I just build tons of stuff there. So it's just so far away from my homeland that morale will just inevitably plummet, and it's just not worth trying to keep it. So I had this brilliant idea, which is actually an obvious idea that I should have thought of a long time ago, which is here is this guy who went AI a long time ago. He went AFK early in the game, and he's so big that he was just intimidating. We just didn't want to mess around with him. But now I've got thousands of troops. And so what I'm going to do, I still do have right away with him. So what I'm going to do is come on in, and I'm going to go ahead and stack strategically as carefully as I can. See, I've still got right away. And I'm going to see if I can do a coup against this country. And if I can, you can see I will be unified and I'll actually be a fairly large country. Then at that time, I'm going to shift over to my new favorite tactic, which is just build up my homeland with as much military might and power as I can, turn off uh, all of my infantry development, right? So all of my recruiting offices, all of my barracks, turn it all off, and then go strictly over to building air power. So just be a super air force. And I've been thinking about it. If you want to go look at multiverse, I'm doing the same thing over there. So the reason I'm doing it in both games is that I'm landlocked. So I'm just kind of fascinated by that idea. And then I can be sort of instrument of death for my allies. I can be that support air force. And if you move in with a stack of 50 bombers and 40 fighters, I don't know what you're going to do against that. You're going to die is what you're going to do. So I'm looking forward to it. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Particularly in this game, if I can successfully take over this AI here, that's going to increase my mass, my land mass by a lot, my land area, I should say, by a lot. He also, of course, comes down into here a little bit. So it's going to be quite the strategic challenge to do that. But I'm going to do that. So as you know, I'm not casting this game regularly anymore. Again, there's just too much going on. I think North America could be watching us, and we're about to probably have some skirmishes with them. I'm not really sure about that. As we've shown, the two of us together, Africa and Europe, about equal what's going on over there. And we do have sort of this non-aggression treaty over here. A big blow for Europe was Galatia dropping out. So Galatia is gone. Hercold is gone. We are hoping he comes back, but I think the word is that he is a working man like a lot of us are, and he maybe cannot sustain. But I'm going to talk to him elsewhere and just ask him like, hey, that's cool, but would you mind maybe just sending your guys to attack, like all of your guys to it? That's one thing you can do. You can yeet your guys out into the ocean, and that's fine too. But it's like, well, if you're going to yeet your guys into the ocean, might as well send them to attack somebody who eventually is going to be an enemy or currently is an enemy, and at least make all of your infantry go out for a purpose, right? Have them go out for a cause. So anyway, that's where we stand right now. Pretty exciting stuff. You can see a lot of Europe and Africa is continuing to attack here into this region, and they're going to finish off Lone Survivor. And once that's done, we'll kind of have to reevaluate. We do have a Discord channel, guys. Africa. If you're not aware, on our Discord channel, we've still got a chat going there for the second subscriber game, and that's for Europe and for Africa. Come on in there. We can talk strategy. We can figure out how we're going to move forward. We do need to reach out to Harkold, who is actually active, I believe, in the multiverse right now. Um, and I think on our server as well. And we can ask him what's going on. If he wants to leave the game, that's fine, of course. But we can maybe ask him how to strategically do that. All right, guys, thanks for checking in. This is our second, or what we call the new subscriber game, even though the newest one is the multiverse. And this is still going. So I will cast this every once in a while. You know, when something big happens, I thought it was worth sharing now, because we now have expanded well into the previous territory of the lone survivor. We have pretty much taken over the Middle East, and we're moving into mainland Asia here. This losing Harkold was a big development, a big sad development. It actually took Europe from first place into second place. I think single-handedly, Galatia was a world power. But we're going to talk to him and see if we can maybe work something out. In addition, I've got room for a lot of expansion here, so I'm kind of excited about that. It was almost like one of those moments where I was like, "Hold on just a second, you know, I could expand right next door." You know, but he's been such a big and threatening AI power for so long. I've just sort of learned to block it from from thinking about it. You know, as you can see, I'm on the edge of getting attacked by AI. I'm not quite there, so I think I'm safe to stack against him and try to do that coup. But we'll see. I've gotten burned badly by trying to coup before without sufficient forces. So I'm going to have to plan very, very carefully. Probably try to take over the central region first and just work defensively against the northern and southern regions, really concentrate all of my attack power in here and try to knock him out hard from this middle region. And then once I'm stacked defensively over here, right, and then work on taking the north and the south. So it'll be an interesting battle. I'll share a video from this series, and then we'll see what's going on around the world as well. So you can see over here, one of the problems with the United Americas is this guy here in South America joining up with the North American forces makes them a serious, serious threat. So that's fun, though. Whenever you have a game that has a serious threat, it's not fun when you run away and it's just like one person is winning or one team is winning the whole game. It's fun when there's some challenge. So I will continue to cast this, but certainly not with the frequency that I did. And honestly, that's appropriate. As this game wears on to later stages, bigger things are happening and larger time frames are involved. So probably every couple to 3 weeks, I'll be casting this one. But I have decided I'm not going to abandon it altogether. So if you're in this game, don't worry. We'll be able to have updates. We'll be able to kind of unify with this one video, kind of figure out what we want to do moving forward in the Discord. All right, guys, thanks for checking in. This is the new subscriber game, and we're checking out. Adios, amigos.